Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm talking about the greatest comic book covers of all time. So, this list that I'm about to show you is not my list, but rather a list from comicbookbasics.com. It has some of the best comic book covers of all time, it claims, and this list seemed to be the best amalgamation of all the other lists that I saw. A lot of the books that were on other lists are on this list. A lot of books that weren't on other lists are on this list. So I thought that this would be the best one to kind of look at, react to, and see what you guys think. In the beginning of this list, there's going to be a lot of classic books, but as we get farther into it, you're going to be able to see lots of different types of books from different eras. And number one, blew my mind what they decided to do. So without further ado, let's take a look at this list from comicbasics.com. So the first one on this list is Avengers number 1. I mean, this is a pretty safe bet here. First appearance of the Avengers, classic cover, and one of the most famous Marvel books of all time. Next one, we have Flash number 1 from the Golden Age. We have Golden Age Flash on the cover. Great book. Again, nothing really to be said about that. Amazing Spider-Man number 1. This cover to me is a little overrated. We do have Fantastic Four on the cover. Spider-Man is kind of in a weird position, like he's in this elevator chamber of some sort. An overrated book, price-wise, and kind of an overrated cover in my opinion. The next one, X-Men number 1. This cover is pretty good. This is one of the most iconic covers, definitely from Marvel. Would have liked to have seen Magneto's face a little bit, but is what it is. It's one of those where you're trying to hide the villain, I think. Tales of Suspense 39. This is one of my favorite covers from that era and of the big Marvel heroes. I just love this cover. It really kind of looks in a lot of ways to one of the, like a Golden Age book with those little squares, like EC Horror and stuff. I love that look, like little panels. Detective Comics 225. This is the first appearance of Martian Manhunter, and it is an iconic Batman cover. You've got like a fat Batman, impersonator Batman. Who is the real Batman? This is a great cover with a great first appearance. Sensational Comics number 1. So this is the second appearance of Wonder Woman, and they've used the art from her first appearance on the cover of this book. I mean, this is an iconic Wonder Woman cover. Just a truly special Golden Age book. This one right here is a mistake. It says Justice League number 1, but they're showing Justice League number 9. Spoilers, Justice League number 9 is later in this list. Justice League number 1 is that cover where they are all gathered around the table, and that's an incredible cover. But this Justice League number 9 is a special cover as well, which is the origin of Justice League we'll get to later. Invincible Iron Man number 55. First appearance of Thanos, Drax. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool cover, but there's no Thanos. Honestly, I would say this cover really shouldn't even be on this list because the biggest character in the book is not on the cover. Number 91, The Incredible Hulk number 1. This is an incredible cover, very homage cover. You've got Banner in the foreground, lurking over him is Hulk, just really depicting the Jekyll and Hyde aspect of the Incredible Hulk. An incredible cover, pun intended. Again, I think this is a mistake as well. This is Superman number 1. This is not supposed to be Action Comics 1. Superman 1 is the yellow background cover, the iconic cover of him flying over Metropolis. Number 89, Showcase presents Green Lantern 28, first appearance of Hal Jordan. This is one of the best Green Lantern covers of all time. It's epic action scene. He's flying through the air. Yeah, I mean, definitely deserves to be on this list. Giant Size X-Men number 1, arguably a better cover than X-Men number 1. You've got them like springing to action, the new team breaking through the page, and then you've got the old team in shock and disarray. Like, I can't believe this new team is coming in. I mean, this is when X-Men starts getting good, and this is one of the best covers of all time. Fantastic Four 48. This is another interesting pick because, again, we don't have the first appearance of Silver Surfer. We don't have Surfer on the cover. We've got the Watchers, but the reactions, the faces that Jack Kirby does here is incredible. Just, they're all in just exasperation. The coming of Galactus. It's a great cover. Amazing Fantasy 15. They put this at 86. So that tells you everything you need to know about this list. This is one of the best covers of all time. One of the most iconic, one of the most homaged covers. It should be higher on the list. Fantastic Four #1. Another incredible cover. This cover is a little overrated in my opinion, just because the focus is on this creature from the Mole Man. I mean, it's not on the Fantastic Four. I mean, they're obviously there. They're not in costume on the cover. It's one of those. It's surprising that was their first appearance cover. Incredible Hulk 181. What else is there to say about this? This is one of the best covers of all time. Crazy action. Wolverine's best cover. There's nothing else to be said about that. Detective Comics 27, the first appearance of Batman. I mean, this book is iconic. If there was ever a book I wanted to have in my collection, this is it. He's flying through the air. He's flying through Gotham. He's got somebody in like a chokehold. There's gangsters standing there in the foreground with a gun. I mean, it's an incredible cover. They put Daredevil #1 ahead of him, which is wild. Daredevil #1 is a great cover as well. He's obviously not in his red suit. This is one of those covers that has a lot of writing on it, a lot of panels. They had to put Spider-Man on the cover. It's interesting that this one got as high on the list as it did. Captain America 1. Arguably one of the best covers, if not the best cover of all time. I mean, Steve Rogers is punching Hitler in the face. I mean, this is an iconic cover. This is pure Americana. I mean, I'm surprised it's not higher on the list. Brave and the Bold 28. As far as a team book and a team cover, this is the first appearance of the Justice League. This is the best team cover in my opinion. You've got all of the Justice League. There's no Batman. There's no Superman, which is a bummer, but man, we have a great cover. They're all fighting Starro. Aquaman's getting wrapped up. Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Flash, Hal Jordan. I mean, it's iconic. This is an awesome book. Showcase, presenting the Flash #4. Showcase #4. This is, I mean, he's tearing through the photo strip, and it's like, I mean, it's like he's coming at you. It's coming to life. That orange pops. His suit pops. You really get an essence of the speed. Awesome cover. Batman #1, arguably a better cover than Tech Comics 27. You know, you have Batman and the Boy Wonder on the cover. The yellow is crazy. The colors they've chosen just are incredible. Bob Kane's masterpiece. First appearance of the Joker in this as well. An iconic book. Avengers #4. When Captain America joins the Avengers, I mean, this is iconic Jack Kirby. One of the best covers of all time. Arguably a top 10 cover. And so many times this book has been homaged. Incredible. And now we have Action Comics 1. Yeah, I mean, this is the book that started it all. I mean, the most famous superhero cover, I would say more so than AF-15. I love this cover. It's so incredible in its simplicity, just showing Superman's strength, showing what he's capable of. It's incredible. Now, obviously we've taken a turn here that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and you can obviously tell that the writer or the writer of this article's bias is coming in here. Y the Last Man number 21. That is better than Action Comics 1. I don't understand it. We're going to just pretend like that's not there. Foxhole number 1, a Golden Age war book. That is an epic cover. This is the first time I'm ever seeing this cover. That we got a GI wrapped up, bandaged up, writing a letter home, looking like he's writing from Normandy, D-Day. Yeah, incredible. Wonder Woman number 178. Man, does this not scream psychedelic 60s, 70s, hippie, acid trip? I mean, the new Wonder Woman is here. I love this. She's back. She's bold. She's casting off the yoke of her yesteryear. Incredible cover. Daredevil Marvel Knights number 3. So this is Kevin Smith's run. This is a cool cover. So he's we see Matt Murdock in costume. He's kind of hanging on this cross in Hell's Kitchen, kind of grappling with that idea of right and wrong, virtue and evil. That's a cool cover. Ultimate Spider-Man 1, definitely a different art style, and many people's favorite Spider-Man run. You have that kind of multimedia in a way, that digital comic book era art. Yeah, it's an iconic cover. Doesn't do it for me. Mighty Thor number 1. Dan Jurgens' run on Thor. This is an epic cover. He's grabbing Mjolnir, the light's coming out of it. Yeah, it's a cool cover. Walking Dead number 19, first appearance of Michonne. She's leading the walkers around with, her chains, and the katana is brandished. I mean, it's arguably the better cover than Walking Dead number 1. Superman 75, The Death of Superman. I mean, this is peak 90s comic books. Superman is dead. I mean, that they've got his cape like flying in the wind. Iconic. Master Comics number 32. I've never seen this book. Golden Age book. Captain Marvel Jr. strikes at Terror Castle. When you think of American comic books, man, you got a bald eagle flying, talons exposed. Yeah, I mean, it's epic. The Killing Joke, Alan Moore. Wow, number 66. This is a book that is in most lists top 10, but they've got it here at 66. I mean, that's one of the most famous comic book covers of all time. Detective Comics 38. This is a great one. Sensational character Boy Wonder, Robin the Boy Wonder, breaking through, what is it, like a drum? Or yeah, it's like he's coming through, and look how happy Batman is. He's got his hand on his hip. That's an epic cover. Incredible Hulk 340. Again, this is a book that's on a lot of people's top 10, top 20s. This is one of the best, and arguably the best Wolverine cover, other than Hulk 181. Supreme Power number 1. I don't know what this story is. It's a Max Comics, which kind of intrigues me. That may be something I want to read, but better than Hulk 340? I don't know. Green Lantern 85, Speedy Does Heroin. Again, this is a top 10 potential type book. Iconic Neil Adams cover. Comic books start covering more confrontational, more sensational ideas, topics. Iconic cover. Daredevil Decalogue number 2. No. Uncanny X-Men number 141. This is one of the most iconic X-Men covers of all time. That Days of Future Past era. All the mutants are dying. That is one of the best of all time for sure. Adventure Comics 312. This is a book I've never seen. So this is, I'm assuming, part of the Legion of Superheroes. When Superboy kind of gets in the mix, Saturn Girl, Sunboy, yep, and the other superheroes. Yeah, this is a cool cover. Is it better than some of the others? No. Bloodshot Reborn #1. Whoever made this list, you'll see he's definitely he's a fan of this character specifically. Batman Black and White #4. Okay. Sure. Batman 428. This is when Robin gets beat to death with a crowbar by the Joker. Iconic cover. Avengers #223. You got Ant-Man on the arrow from Hawkeye. That's a good one. Arkham Reborn #1. Sure. Amazing Spider-Man #50. Kingpin. The iconic cover. Alpha Flight #3. Okay. X-Men #1. That wraparound cover, all the covers being able to make one cover. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. 1990, it's the 1990s again. Amazing Spider-Man 252. I mean, that is the homage to AF-15. Iconic first black suit. All-Star Comics 37. I've never seen this book, and I love it. You've got the JSA, like, all chained up behind all the villains that are carving out their part of the United States. That is an awesome book. Watchmen #1. I mean, iconic cover, smiley face cover, the comedian's badge. True Crime #8. Again, another Golden Age book I've never seen, but he's got Rat shot through him with a Tommy gun. That is pretty cool. Daredevil #200. Bullseye getting beaten down. That was that epic battle. Lois Lane 106. One of my favorite covers. This is a top 10 cover for me. One of the funniest, most racist covers of all time. Classic book. Swamp Thing #34. This is when Swamp Thing and Abby Arcane make love in the swamp. She eats some of his fruiting bodies. And we have this incredible painted cover. One of the best Swamp Thing covers of all time. Maybe the best. Superman #14. This is that iconic American badge shield cover, that black background. I mean, just this is Americana. Incredible cover. Spectacular Spider-Man 101. This is a negative space cover. It's very cool, but entirely way too high on the list. Spawn #1. This book is more infamous than famous, in my opinion. There's so much going on in this cover. The capes flying around, the chains. It's Spawn. Green Lantern 76. The glowing lantern. I mean, Neil Adams' masterpiece. Totally changed comic books forever, tackling more serious issues. One of the best covers of all time. Silver Surfer #4. Buscema cover. I mean, arguably the best Thor and Silver Surfer cover ever. This is a top 10 type book. Uncanny X-Men 234, the Wolverine on his knees. This always reminds me of Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Definitely a top 5 Wolverine cover. Here we have Justice League of America #9. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is the origin of the Justice League. They're kind of turning into trees. It's an awesome book. Captain America #25. This is the death of Captain America. Yeah, it's an iconic cover for sure. I think it's more iconic for what happens in the book, but yeah, it's a cool cover. Iron Man 128, Demon in a Bottle. I mean, the second best Iron Man cover other than his first appearance. One of my favorite covers of all time. probably one of the top 2 best drug and alcohol covers there are. Detective Comics 880, the Jock cover. Iconic. When you see that book, you know exactly what it is. It stands out off a wall. Incredible book. Crisis on Infinite Earth number 7. This is one of the most homaged covers ever. Superman holding Supergirl. Crisis on Infinite Earth, one of the most overrated miniseries in my opinion. I couldn't get through it, but that is an epic book. Flash 123, probably the best Flash cover. You have Silver Age Flash and Golden Age Flash meeting, and you have that epic run-in in this cover. That is one of the best Silver Age covers. It's the start of the Silver Age, I think, right? Or is it the end of the Silver Age? I can never remember that. No, the start of the Silver Age is Showcase number 4. Astonishing X-Men number 2. Never seen this book, and that is epic. That is a sick cover. Batman Year 1 Part 1. I mean, Bruce there with his dead parents. You know you're about to read Frank Miller's masterpiece. Just an epic story. Batman 497. Bane breaks Batman's back. Yeah, that is an epic cover for sure. X-Men Legacy number 6. Okay. Batman number 9. This is an incredible cover. Alex Ross did an homage to this. This with that Superman cover with the shield and the black background. Those two are 2 of my favorite Batman and Superman Golden Age books. Animal Man number 5. Grant Morrison's run finally getting some love. This is an awesome cover with just a crazy take on the pencils, the inks, the sketch of what it takes to make something like this. Just a representation, and then the drawing of that hand. Probably one of the best hands ever on a comic book cover. Batman: The Dark Knight Falls. Sure. Crime Does Not Pay, number 42. That is an electrocution cover. Definitely an epic cover. Detective Comics 475, The Joker Fish. I mean, you gotta love that book. I've never owned that one. I definitely want it at some point. Wonder Woman 72. This is also a book that is on most people's top 10 lists, and it is epic. She's sexy, she's powerful, it's telling a story. That helmet with that skull in it is epic. That is an awesome Wonder Woman cover for sure. Batman Dark Victory Peace. Sure. Uncanny X-Men 135. This is an epic Dark Phoenix cover. She's crushing the X-Men logo. Anytime there is interaction with the logo, that's always awesome. And then those eyes. I mean, this book jumps out on a wall not only for the color, but those eyes. Definitely a top 20 book. Tomb of Terror number 15. Yeah, this is an awesome cover. Arguably the other option is that Black Cat with the face explosion and the firecracker. I mean, that book is right there with this one. Superman 233, one of the best Superman covers, and another Neil Adam classic cover. He's got weird feet and weird legs. That left leg is like stretched to make the Kryptonite Nevermore. The proportions are all funky, but that is an epic cover. Journey into Mystery number 83. What can you say about this? One of the most epic Marvel covers of all time. It just tells a story. Amazing Spider-Man number 39. We're getting into that heat right now. This is one of the best Spider-Man covers of all time. I love Green Goblin's face. Preacher number 1, hitting the 15 mark. Yes, one of my favorite series ever, and an epic. Jesse Custer, you want to read this book. A church is on fire. A preacher is like look at that face. Just Steve Dillon just in his prime right here. Hawkeye number 3. Yeah, okay. Kingdom Come. Yeah, this is Alex Ross's masterpiece. This is an epic cover for sure. A top 20 cover? No. The Alex Ross cover that should be here is the Harley Quinn, not numbered, the first DC continuity Harley Quinn. That's what should be there. Batman 244, that Ra's al Ghul and Batman with the chest hair. No suit on. That is an epic cover. He's still got his cowl on, but no cape. And then they're in that desert. That is an epic cover. Superman 199, Superman and Flash race. Just so much going on this cover. If you're a kid in the 60s and you saw that on the newsstand, how are you not buying that? Definitely one of the best covers of all time. Daredevil 181, The Death of Elektra. You got that yellow background popped out. Bullseye and Elektra fighting. You know something's going to happen. They say Bullseye versus Elektra, one wins, one dies. Daredevil in the background. Epic Frank Miller story. Green Lantern number 49. This is my favorite Green Lantern cover. He's holding all those rings. You don't really know why. He's like cheesing. He's looking evil. I love this cover. This is a top 10 cover for me too. Batwoman number 0. An impressive piece of artwork, but no. This is what I was talking about. Rye number 0. This Valiant book. That is not a top 10 comic book of all time. Avengers 57, First Vision. This book is on most lists, top 10, top 20. I was surprised by that. It is one of my favorite covers too, but I didn't think that it would reach top 10 potential. 8 Ball number 2. Sure, I don't. Detective Comics number 31. This book is epic. I mean, obviously there's a Batman. They redid this cover later, which arguably is the better cover in the Batman run. And I can't remember the number. Is it like 205 maybe? No, I don't. Actually, yeah, maybe it's 205. This cover is epic. You've got that castle in the background. You've got a damsel in distress. You want to read what is the story of this book. Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. I mean, this is one of the most epic covers of all time. This is in most people's top 10s, in a lot of people's top 5s for sure, with that lightning bolt and just the silhouette. Strange Suspense Stories number 19. Yeah, I mean, this is an epic cover. The electrocution cover. I mean, this is one of the most epic this is an EC horror. Yeah, it's EC horror covers there is. This is one of the books in Seduction of the Innocent. And this is the number 1, Captain America Volume 5, number 14. So this is like a modern book. It's paying homage to another earlier Captain America issue from the Golden Age. But if you're going to put a Captain America book on here, it's Captain America 1. This was a super weird list. They hit a lot of the books that I think deserve to be there. What do you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Take care.